I talked about using a tripod and camera to be able to get some shots in a cemetery you wouldn't normally get. The equipment I was using there, by photography standards, wasn't incredibly expensive, but by most people's standards, it's a pretty big investment, particularly if you primarily use your camera to take snapshots of the kids or grandkids, or if you primarily use it as a tool to aid in your other hobbies rather than being your hobby. For example, if you use it to take pictures of headstones for genealogy. So I thought I'd talk about some less expensive alternatives. I mentioned in the other one that the tripod my camera was set up on was a $15 tripod from Target. Well, this is it. It's a little Targus tripod. It's a combination still video. What that means is it's got this little head built on it. Can't replace it. And it's got pan, tilt up and down, all built in. It's a cheap tripod. It's not great, but I've been surprised at how well it's held up, and it's $15, so if it lasts a year, I'll be thrilled. Now you can't, it does have a center column, it just goes up and down, but if you still need to get a tall shot out over something, and you don't have a remote control for your camera, there are still a couple of ways to do it. It'll cost a lot less. Most digital SLRs have some sort of timed feature where you can set the camera to take a picture 2 seconds. Well, on this one it's 2 seconds, 10 seconds, or a custom amount after you press the shutter button. So what you can do is set it to whatever interval you need. I'll do 10 seconds. Go ahead and press the button, and you can hold it up over the grave. You might want to get the camera strap out of the way, and just hold it till it beeps, which you probably won't hear. It's not very loud on this camera. Once it beeps, take it down, check your shot, see how it looks. Yeah, definitely want to hook the camera strap out of the way. Like I said, you can do this with a pretty much any point and shoot camera, from the least expensive automatic everything $100 camera up to a $500 or $600 almost but not quite an SLR. It's going to have this time release feature. Look in your manual, see how to set it up. It said this particular tripod is $15. It's been very useful for video. It's actually useful for still, and it's really lightweight, so it's easy to hold up over your head. Yeah, you may look a little silly, but I mean, you can see what I'm wearing. This is my normal working garb here, so you're not going to look any worse than I do. So, something else this tripod has is it folds up very, very small. Now, something else that's really light weighs, I think, 8 ounces, half a pound. Great if you're going to be walking all day and you need a lightweight tripod to carry with you. I would not put an SLR camera on this because it'll break it, or it'll fall over and destroy your camera, and it's not worth damaging a $600 plus camera with a $15 tripod. Still, for little compact point and shoot cameras, this is great. Like I said, it'll go down really short, so if you need to get a shot of a tombstone up close, you can fold it up to that small. That'll get most grave markers in a frame. Helps in low light. You don't have to use the flash. You can just set it on this, tap the button, set it on the 2-second timer if you're in really low light. That way, when the camera has time to stop shaking from you hitting the button before it takes the picture, you'll get better pictures. Anyway, $15, it'll do almost everything the bigger one will do. I said I just would not put a large camera on it. You can tilt the camera if you need different orientations. So that's a much less expensive alternative to significantly improve your photography, particularly set in cemeteries. It's a cheap tripod, but it really opens up a lot of possibilities.